Hello, hello. Welcome back. It is another FEM Talk Tuesday, and we are so here and we're also excited about tonight's episode because we are honoring mothers. So let's bring in the ladies of FEM Talk. We have Shima Shishi Talks,
Hey, FEM Talkers.
and we have Dr. Mimi Melissa Simmons.
Hello, hello,
And I'm going to shine some light on myself because I didn't do that before.
hello.
Hello, hello, ladies. Hello. How are you both doing? So I have to tell on Dr. Mimi, but in a good way,
In a
because she
good
is
way.
on vacation and still on the show. So we love her for that, for coming on. She's having a boo vacation. I'm gonna say a boo vacation.
A boovation. A
A
boovation.
boocation. A boocation. There we go.
There we go.
So we appreciate you for being here. And
Yes, I'm
while
excited.
you're on vacation. So let's get into the show. So, everybody out there, you know how we like to start the show. Now we are talking about Ask Fem Talk. So, we love getting your questions. If you have burning questions that you want to get answered right here on the show, get the opinions and the insights of three coaches here that you have, send us your question at askfemtalk at gmail.com. And we are femtalk tv, excuse me, I'm giving you the wrong I'm giving you guys the wrong email. We don't want to do that. Look at the bottom of the screen. You see that ticker, femtalktv at gmail.com. Make sure that you send us your questions. And tonight's question is, hey, FemTalk, I know you ladies are all professional business women. Any tips to help me stop overextending myself to the point of exhaustion? This is a good question, and this is something that women do a lot.
I don't even think I can answer that question. I must have wrote it. Easy.
I know you and me
Take
both.
note.
You and me both. So I will start off by saying, we wear so many hats, right? Dr. Melissa and Shishi, we wear so many hats and we do so many things as women. Um, but I'm going to say, the best way for you to think about this is if you are not well, if you are taking yourself to the point of exhaustion, and then you in turn are not well, your business suffers. The
Yeah.
people that you are meant to impact suffers. Your loved ones suffer. Your household suffers, right? When you are exhausted, everything will start to suffer. So you don't want to overextend yourself to the point of exhaustion because you want to have the energy, right? The clarity, to be able to have some productivity in order to perform in your business and in the rest of your life. Because you have to think about that exhaustion in business is going to spill over to every other aspect of your life. So, give yourself those moments, carve out moments, even if it's 15 minutes a day, sometimes carve out moments. And I've been talking on social media about breathing. Sometimes we need to just take the time to breathe.
That's good.
You will be amazed at how effective it is when you start to take deep breaths. And I would imagine for the person who is asking this question, they're probably taking really short breaths throughout the day because they are moving so quickly and overextending themselves, as they said, and trying to do so many things in their business and in their life that they are probably not even taking the time to really breathe. So if you stop and take some real deep breaths, I mean, breathe in through your nose and really exhale it out of your mouth, you'll start to see how your heart rate goes down, your cortisol, those stress levels will start to go down, and it will start to help you to ground yourself to be able to take the moments that you need for yourself to get away from the overextension. So I just wanted to mention that. Ladies, what do you think?
I'm gonna agree with you, Tracy. I do a lot. I'm not even gonna try to front.
Mhm,
However, I think self-care is
mhm,
extremely important. Every morning, my must-have is a long shower with eucalyptus steam,
mhm.
and it clears my head and it allows me to kind of prepare for the day. I'm on vacation right now because I knew it was time to take a break. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is about self care. I think I have a barometer enough to say enough is enough. and to, quiet down. Mondays and Fridays, I've banked into my calendar as no touch days.
Mhm.
So on my calendar, I have my time of Monday and then Friday. So you have to really, it has to be extremely, like, that's the only days it would work for me to take you now to do something for you, because those
Yeah.
are my days. So
Yeah.
I've isolated those as my days, and I think those are some of the tools I've learned. Because if you know you're that person that's pushing, find ways that's gonna make sure you get your me time, your self care time. Like, every month I have my nail appointment. There's certain things I do regardless of, they, right. If
Yeah.
I put you as a client on my calendar, I'm putting my nails on my calendar too,
That's right. That's right. And
So,
that's so key. That's so key, Dr. Melissa. I think people don't really think about the calendar and packing it with everything, not just, oh, the activities for your business or your job or your kids' activities, but also packing it for yourself. Like
that's right.
every
Yeah.
point of the day should have something there, even if it is take a moment to take a walk, go
Mhm.
get your nails done, like you said. All of that should be on your calendar.
Yep.
So, and don't think of it as some grueling task. Think of it
Right.
as you are able to manage your life better, and you'll start to see that life will feel different, right? If you start to go according to your calendar. That's something
Yeah.
that Shima and I talked about probably a few years ago, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, girl, put it on your calendar.
Everything. We can go on to lunch or dinner when you come to town. Put that on
that's,
there too.
that's
Or
right.
you'll forget.
Yeah.
I think I definitely agree with what both you said. It is a matter of self care. Um, uh, the first thing I thought was it is also a matter of no.
Yes.
Some stuff is just no,
Ah.
Mm.
and I think we get guilty with the
Yeah.
no's,
Yeah.
Yes.
even in
Ding, ding,
business,
ding.
because you don't want to feel like, oh, I say no, that's a detriment to my business or my clientele, or depending on whatever your offering is.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's no, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's no to give you a minute to figure out where I can fit it, if I
Mhm.
can fit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not now.
It's
Like,
not now,
yeah.
right? And then another thing about it, because I took it from another perspective when I heard the question, sometimes you got to clear this out. So
Mm.
are you journaling?
Mhm.
Are you
That's good.
talking?
That's good.
Are
Yeah.
you doing affirmations? Because some stuff needs to be, oh, I'm flinging my hair. Some stuff needs to be
Please.
purged
Hmm.
so that other stuff can be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
good.
you know what
Then
else I want to
you
say?
figure out
Then you
where
figure out what
everything goes.
I think all of us also know the power of having a coach.
Yeah.
Having a coach, I have to give that one, because it becomes,
Mhm.
and some people may need to even go one step further, get a coach, and then begin to get some therapy so
Hmm.
that you have somebody to speak about the issues of your life. But I know for me, a
Mhm.
coach was and still is a must have. My
Yeah.
all my coaches, my current coach, my former coaches, they taught me how to
Mhm.
think about Melissa, and
Yeah.
that it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gave me the tools to grow. Just what she was saying, I'm saying they taught me the tools for journaling. They taught me the tools for, putting my business first. Being able, I said no to a client recently. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm only gonna, oh, I didn't say no. I said with these stipulations. And I made
Hmm.
Right.
it very clear that the
Yeah.
stipulations were this. He said, okay, I'll take it, because they wanted me. If
Yeah.
you're valuable enough, and you know you are, and they want you, they will honor what you need,
Hmm.
and make them work by.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
They've already
I wanted to.
decided who you are, who they want,
Yeah.
because they're coming to you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So they've already decided, I want you to do this. It's up to you to decide what you can, want, and will do.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And two points there when you said coach, right? And sometimes it takes multiples, right? You may need coaches for different areas of your life. So don't think that you're going to get everything that you need from one
One.
coach. It takes multiple
Absolutely.
coaches, because you might need a coach for your business, then you might need a coach for your health and wellness. So there is different areas, and you might need them for different reasons. So that's
Absolutely.
one thing. And then the other thing, when you talk about business. And I love what Dr. Melissa said about, you put stipulations out there, because if something does not align with you, your purpose, your business mission, if it does not align, don't feel like you have to take that on. Or if it doesn't meet the criteria, like Dr. Melissa said, she put the stipulations out there. Now they have to adhere to that, honor it, and value her worth.
Absolutely.
So if it is not aligned with your business and who you are and what your mission is and what you are called to do, don't take it. Sometimes the best thing to do is either to not accept something that is not aligned with you, or to fire what is not aligned with you.
Ooh, come on now.
So
Yes.
I just wanted to mention that as well.
And listen, don't negate the power of barter or partnership. Okay, this is not for me, or I don't have the time to, but I think I know somebody who can do that for me.
There you go. That's it right there. I think you said it. I was recently, I know I was working with some people and they needed some services. And I called somebody and said, you know what? You can give these services. I don't have to give them. I'm good with the service I give. And I love the fact of fire. I just fired somebody too. I said, oh, what you're doing now doesn't line up with what I need. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm out as of this day. And so it happens. Even after they say, no, you've already shown who you want to be, and I respect that, but that doesn't mean I have to work for it. So
Amen. So we're gonna move on over to the hot topic. So first, ladies, let's start off with Pastor Keon Henderson. Why are you making that face?
She already got a face.
Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I didn't find anything wrong with it from the door.
Oh, me neither.
Nothing.
We all agree.
And it could be because I understand. Listen, and I'm not saying she didn't have the spirit, but I'm gonna need you to stop that for a minute, because he here, and he want to say something, and the people can't get it because you keep whooping.
And we don't even know the article that I read, right? It doesn't really say exactly what she was doing.
Oh, but the video showed it.
Our video did.
I didn't see. I saw the Tamron Hall video. I did not see the other video. Okay.
Yes, that was a distraction. I call that a spirit of distraction. When the Spirit of God is the Spirit of God. Trust
however it happens.
Know the Spirit by the Spirit. You can feel it in your heart. As soon as I heard, that's distraction.
Yeah. And that's what he said clearly. He said that in the interview. He said it clearly. He said that this was a 4-year disturbance. This wasn't something new for this person.
And
this was
he
something
had spoken with her prior.
Multiple times privately. He had other people in the church speak to her, and it was something that she continued to do. She continued to be a disturbance. So he had to call her out. At this point, it's like you have to, make it stop for the betterment, right, of the rest of the congregation, right? And he clearly said, like I think you just mentioned, he wanted everybody to hear God, right? And they can't do that.
The only voice I want to hear in here right now.
Yeah.
Was his.
Exactly. I mean, and all three of us have been in church leadership. So we understand. As soon as I heard it, I said, that's a spirit of distraction.
Yeah.
Not to say that she wasn't receiving, but when God has you to receive, all of that don't have to happen.
Yeah.
It is so personal. Now, I'm not saying I have never been in church and screamed and hollered and all that stuff, but everybody was doing it. There was a spirit that you have to understand the spirits that go on in church. And that was clear. That was not the time for that. Now, if everybody was up there clapping and screaming, then that's different. Go ahead and get your breakthrough. But that was not a breakthrough moment. That was let me hear God moment. Know the difference.
And let's just be clear about it, right? It is an organization. Right. There has to be
organization,
right? There has to be organization, right? They have to run it in a certain way, even though it is a church, right? And I do believe when the Spirit takes over, you allow the Spirit to take over.
Absolutely.
But a pastor who is listening to God will understand the difference, just like Dr. Melissa said.
And he was the voice in the Spirit.
Exactly.
And that's what he said. He said,
and he was clear. He was clear about that. Yeah.
I just want to acknowledge Dr. Mimi and the fact that she said, if you want to get your freak on, you get your freak on. I know you was going to say that. You had
it's a time. There are times in church. I mean, I have seen from A to Z in church. Right. And there are times where, you really let it go, but there's other times where you just have to hear what God says.
Yeah.
And that's
and it calms itself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it happens the same way for everybody, but that feeling when there's more or there's a rain, it's very different. You feeling the rain, it calms itself. Mm-hmm. She wasn't calming herself. Like it wasn't tapering off. And
he said, so she was, before he said that, right.
He started out with just the hush.
He said, shh.
He started out
with like in classroom. Mm-hmm. It's like teacher claps one or whatever. There's a cue. And he said, shh. That means bring it down.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like that was more of a balm than chastising. Like, okay, let's take in what God has given us right now. Without saying it. He just said, shh. I heard 9 million pastors shush people. Because that's where you get shushed in church. So now all of a sudden it's a problem because I shush.
Yeah.
He said, get her. Shush. Just that. I have no problem with it. I was like, okay, maybe I'm just out the rebel or the bad child. I don't know. He said, stop her. I said, oh, stop her.
Now I would love to hear her point of view, though. I would love to hear what she has to say about, her disturbance and her being called out. I would love to hear her side of things.
I wouldn't, because I think that's the point of it. She wanted attention.
She wants something.
Yeah. That is the spirit of attention, and I think that's the difference. And to his point, whoever sent that reel out did that to embarrass, right? They did that to. That was wrong when Pastor did, but that was out of order for you to even have recorded that and sent it somewhere. That was out of order.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two. Yeah. And number two is, to your point, he is there, and that's how he runs his church. So what is the problem with now everybody just seeing this little clip? Now, again, it's an organization. That's his church. In other churches, I've seen it. I've seen people scream, holler, and 4 hours later, 4 hours later, I'm still there.
Then the word come, right. Then you could get the word.
Then no. Now you want to give him the word. Now, I'm done.
Listen, I've seen the opposite, where they take you out of there. Oh, you're not gonna keep making this noise. We got stuff to do. He did it nice. Some of them, take her in the back.
Tell her, come on, preach.
Yeah. But I do, you guys know I always like to play devil's advocate. So I do.
You could throw that one in there,
I would. That's why I said I would like to. I mean, I agree with you both. In this instance, I definitely agree. But I would really like to, because it's out there, because it's put out there. I would like, because there's two sides to everything, right? And even though and I'm saying this too because I didn't see the video of her distraction. I only saw the interview. So I'm saying, because there's always two sides, and because people put it out there, I feel like she should have an opportunity to say whatever it was. I mean, people are going to be able to see through. If it's nonsense, people are going to be able to see through that,
Right. But a lot of people bring nonsense. So all she's gonna get, if she talks about it, she's gonna get people to love. People are in this mood right now that don't want church, right? A lot of people are sick of church. A lot of people don't want to be part of an organization anymore. Everybody wants to find their own God and Jesus and all that stuff, and that's fine. Well, maybe it's not, but that's what the world is. And I don't think social media should be involved in how a person is running church. And that's what exactly they want to do. Whoever sent that video out wanted to involve social media in God's work.
And wait. I'm gonna stop you there and do the devil's advocate thing again, right? Because Pastor Keon Anderson is on social media, heavy, right? He's just like any other pastor who's out there heavy. So if you have the right to put out all of your sermons and your shorts and all of that, then the disturbances that go on there, they also have the right to be put out there. Now, I agree that this was probably a distraction, right? And I'm gonna go back and watch that part of the video. However, right, if you are in the limelight in that way, and that's what social media is now, you have to be open to having it all. Now he didn't seem to think that it was necessarily a problem because he didn't have a problem communicating his point of view and why he did what he did. And that's all that's necessary.
Social media is full of clips and snippets.
Yeah.
So he knows, people are only going to show you what they want you to see.
They want you to see.
Somebody gave her 5 seconds.
And if she takes it, right. To me, that's what she wanted. So that's what I'm saying. If she takes a debate, and I will say this, and this is just after a quick glance, she was on the altar, meaning I think she was part of the praise team. You just don't randomly get on the altar. She was on the altar in the on the stairs or the platform. So to me, that's a praise and worship person. So again, she's supposed to be there and have been told because she's part of some leadership team that enough is enough. So I think that is another element. This was not somebody sitting in the congregation. This was somebody on the pulpit singing. That being said, you are now in a whole different realm because now you're part of my leadership team. If I told my leadership team this is not what I want, and y'all now that to me even brings it to a higher level that you at the shush you should have been quiet. So this maybe in a congregation that that happens because they're not looking for people to be church. Do you know what I'm saying? People do come for deliverance. They come for healing. Come all of that. If she needed healing, being in leadership, she could. That's one thing that leadership does. It gives you access to those that can pray for you, that can help you. And she was one on the pulpit. So this wasn't just somebody. This was somebody who is under what they call it, the offices of the church, who has protocol that must be followed. They had to wear the same clothes. You look, she wore the outfit was right. Do you see what I'm saying? This is just not anybody in the church.
Yeah. 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 I hear you. I hear you. And listen, I'm not against structure. I just like to give the other side. I like to give the other side of things, right? Because there is always two sides. I would definitely be interested in just hearing what she would have to say about all of this, because it's out there.
It's like when Draymond, when he behaved bad at the NBA, he could do anything you want, but we already told you stop doing that. So now I'm going to fine you and suspend you. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to act out and not represent my brand the right way, I have every right to then chastise you. Like I used to tell my kids, you're going to embarrass me in public, I'm going to embarrass you in public. So, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Where you do it is where you get it.
Well, that's exactly what happened. So
I was team Pastor Keon the whole time.
Yeah. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
No, not at all. Yeah. And he wasn't disrespectful. I don't think.
So I've seen worse. Put it that way.
I'm telling you. I thought he told the lady shut up. That's what I was listening for. Did he tell the lady shut up? No, he said hush.
Enough.
He said okay, stop her.
I like it.
Could have been shut up and get out.
Anywho,
I want to say one last thing too to that, because it was a 4-year distraction, a 4-year disturbance. So I wonder, and this is me playing devil's advocate again, what triggered or what sparked the 4-year disturbance? Because if she's in leadership, like you said,
it could be rebellion.
Something else underlying.
It could be rebellion. You don't tell me how to praise.
Something that took place, right?
Right. You're not going to tell me how to praise. You're not going to tell me when to stop having the spirit. You're not going to tell me, that's what I feel.
But there could be something that happened also. We don't know that part. And that's why I'm saying I'm interested in hearing her side of the story, because there could be something else that took place. And maybe she's been a disturbance for 4 years because something happens, right? Big or small, I don't know, but there could be something that happens.
I won't deny that at all. But I do believe that, with church comes everybody. Every spirit comes to church.
Yeah. Oh,
Every,
agree.
and she has
Absolutely.
one of them. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
here she goes.
The
Mhm.
doors of the church are open.
Mhm.
That's what that means. The doors of the church are open.
Everybody comes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, like, who doesn't have an issue that comes to church? Like you said, I just think she was, she went, she won't stop.
Yeah. I'm not saying I agree, but I just wonder if there was something that led to that,
Something that
and
led
now
to it.
she's doing what Shima said and rebelling.
Right.
I just wonder. So that's it. We're not gonna give her life anymore.
This would be a good intro to church stuff
Church
because
hurt.
we
Yes,
get real
ma'am.
deep right there.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
holding it back. I'm
Yes,
holding it
ma'am.
back.
Yes, ma'am. And
Yeah.
that's another reason for me bringing it up in that way, because we
Yeah.
just don't know if there was something else that has
Yeah.
been bubbling right inside of her as a result of something that happened. So,
Yes.
but we're going to now switch gears and celebrate the beautiful mothers in our life.
Yes.
So I want Shima, let's talk about
Let's see.
the
I think
mom.
I was I talk about my mom all the time in all episodes. She's always on with us right now.
Mhm.
So of course I'm gonna say happy Mother's Day to her on the air. I love you. I love how you support me. I love how you aggravate me. I don't love how you call me 7 times a day. I'm gonna say that on the air for everybody to hear. I don't love it. I don't.
Sorry,
But
Jeanette.
I answer because
We love you.
I know that I should. And one day, if I can't, at least I know that I did. I will always say that.
Yeah.
So, I did have 2 pictures. I wanted to just flash those 2 pictures up there of that young lady. Wrong pictures. The lady, the picture, not that lady. That's not my mom. None of those. She got on a green dress, and I'm in the picture with her. But if you don't have that, that's okay. We can show it later. But you just showed the reason why I said that is today is May 7th, and today is my twin auntie. I'll call her. Her birthday. Is her heavenly birthday. She left us. I think it's been 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. I call her my twin because I was born a little yellow baby, almost white baby. And my mother would always tell me and tell my dad, I guess, because he was wondering where the yellow baby came from. And we both chocolate. That I take that trait after her. And then when I became a woman, she gave me these hips. Because my mommy don't have no hips. My mommy does not have hips or much butt. It came directly from my auntie, and her and I have had the best, and we were argumentative, we were loving, we were laughing, she's a jokester. Oh my gosh, she's a jokester. She could pray you out of this world. I gotta tell just a little quick story. I caught food poisoning from just being hard headed and not listening, and I was in the dorm. I was in college. My cousin came to get me, and when she came to got me, I was green. They said I was green, and instead of taking me to the hospital, which I didn't request, my aunt said, "Bring her to me." Bring her to me. And she brought me to the house. And I don't really remember much because I was sleeping a lot. But she prayed for me and she put blessing oil on me and she rubbed me down and I literally came out of that thing 2 days. I think it wasn't even a full 2 days later. Not even feeling a thing. Nothing.
Amen.
And I miss her. I love her. Um, her daughter is the one that I say is my best friend cousin, Vina. She has 3 children, Vina, Tolan, and Nicole. And this tribute is to you guys as well. Thank you for sharing her with me. Thank you to my mom for giving me several other moms. My mom has 3 sisters. So I have 4 moms in this family. But for some reason, that was my girl. And I'm just thankful for our relationship when it was great and when we were arguing and when we weren't call ourselves not speaking, when she would send us home and put us out. I thank her. I thank you for all of it.
Amen.
And I know she's something
That's beautiful.
Amen.
at me.
Yes.
Those were her pictures that you saw. That lady had a lot of spirit, honey. She'd be at the parade. She would go to the party. She would tell you to put on your tight jeans and come on out and show your shape. But like I said, she would pray you under the rug.
Amen.
It was just that
Amen.
auntie. She was that auntie.
Amen. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and hear who Dr. Melissa is honoring tonight.
Yay.
Hello, hello, and we are back. So let's bring in the ladies so we can continue to honor the beautiful mothers out there.
Yay.
Yay.
I love this.
I just had to say happy
Dr.
80th
Mimi.
birthday. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I said I just wanted to. It's her 80th birthday. So I was just
Oh,
saying,
nice.
happy 80th birthday. I forgot.
Wow, that's
Nice.
a blessing. Such a blessing. Mother's Day. Mother's Day is bittersweet for me. Bittersweet. My mom is not with us any longer, and it just always it's been a struggle. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And just for years it hasn't, even prior to her passing, it just was never the day I was looking forward to. And a few years ago, I asked God to change that in my heart because I didn't want to feel that way anymore.
Right.
I didn't want it to be a day I just wanted to cover up, you know what I'm saying? Or stay in the bed. And I asked him to help me. And what he gave me, he said, well, this is what God told me, take the attention off of you and give your love to somebody else.
That's
So
right.
a few years ago, I started honoring, and I would get them flowers and gifts. And if they were close enough, I would go to their house and, bring them some coffee or whatever. But I started honoring mothers I just admire and love dearly. So in the past, I've honored my Lamont's sister, Shirley. She got twice honored. She's just amazing and just loves to love on people. And she is, Lamont's other mother and other mothers and aunties to everybody. If anybody needs help, they always call Auntie Shirley. So Auntie Shirley,
Right, Auntie Shirley.
Auntie Shirley. And then I also did, actually is Jen's good friend's mom. She was just beautiful when we came to Middletown, so I honored her. So just want to send kisses and everything to all of you beautiful women. But this time, I call her my goddaughter. She is a daughter to us, to our family, and I just spent some time with her. And I want to honor Alanis McFarland. She is. We just came from her house. We on our way to the Keys. We stopped there, and she is what I call an amazing mom. I was with her. She was there with her husband and her two children, Jazz and Josh. And when I tell you, these are some of the most beautiful kids and brilliant kids you could ever meet, see, play with. They were just amazing. And I was in awe of them just the whole weekend. Just everything she's done for them, everything she's done for them, through them. And I just wanted to send out some love to her because she is really an amazing mom.
Yay.
Kudos, Alanis, my goddaughter, my other daughter. I love you, and I mean, and through everything you have gone through, I hope she hears this. Everything she's gone through, and if you know Alanis, you know what I'm talking about. I honor you as a mom in every facet of it. You've been the best mom that any child could ever have had, and to that, I honor you on Mother's Day.
Amen. And I love that you honored a young mother.
Yes.
Yeah, because we don't want to overlook the young mothers who are out
Right.
there really being moms, right? And
Right.
taking care of their
Really
kids
being
in
a
their
mom.
households.
And
Yeah.
motherhood isn't easy.
Yeah.
Motherhood isn't easy. And this is a mom that has seen all facets of motherhood, and in
Mm,
every step of it was
mm,
the best mom somebody could have been.
amen.
Every one of her children have received the best love that she had to give. She has given all her love to those children that she has, and they are phenomenal because of that. And
Mm,
I just wanted to let her know that we see you
mm.
and we love you for what you have done as a mother. So
Amen. Amen.
Hmm.
So I am going to go as well. And I know
Mhm.
she's watching, so I'm going to start with my beautiful mom. So so Shima and I were raised together, right? So Aunt Jeanette's friend, my mom,
Right. Right.
does the same
They're just
thing.
alike.
She does the same thing. If there's anything on her mind, she will pick up the phone and call me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. She 10
Good.
times a day if she has to. Yep, mommy, I'm calling you out.
What?
But I love my mother so much. That is my girl. That's my ace. I love her. I love her. I know I probably drive her just as crazy with my mouth, just as crazy. But I love my mom. So I want to show pictures of my mom. Also, look, that's my
No.
mommy. That is my beautiful
Hey,
mommy
pig.
right there. And I have to say, and this is that picture that was just shown. I wanted to also just honor my big little sister, because as you can see, she's shorter than me. But she's my big little sister, and also my mother's basically like oldest daughter
Mhm.
there. So I wanted to honor them both because she is a mom of two amazing young men. Now they're both men now, which is almost kind of shocking. But I wanted
I
to
know.
honor my mom first and foremost because without her I would not be here. And my mom, when I tell you she loves on her kids so hard,
All
because
right.
I have a younger brother, yes, she loves on her kids so hard and her grandchildren so hard. So I just want to honor my mom for that. It is not a day or a time. And when she calls me 10 times a day, she
All
tells
right.
me she loves me every time we
That's
hang
right.
up. Every time. And I love her for that. I honor for her for that. And it makes me a better mother for that too, because I do the same thing to my son. Yep, we are talking about you guys. And I
Oh,
love you too,
Lord. I
Jeanette.
love
We are
it.
talking
Oh,
about
that's
you guys.
right.
But we love you so much. So I just have to put that out there. My mom, we'll probably joke about this later because that's what we do. But I love you, mommy. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I also wanted to honor as well. And I have a video clip of this beautiful lady. I have to
Yes.
honor her too because without her, me or my mother wouldn't be here. And that is my 90. That is my 94-year-old grandmother. And this was just last year at my cousin's wedding, which all three of us
Yes.
attended, and Dr. Melissa actually did all of the beautiful decorations
Oh
there.
my God.
But I just wanted to honor my grandmother because she is still feisty, and that was only last year. So she was 93, dancing
Wow.
at
Right.
my cousin's wedding last year, and she's just a feisty lady. So, I hope I can be just like her when I grow up.
We're
Because,
walking, taking
there's a lot to be said about a woman of that age, still in her right mind, still living, on her own, still just, talking mess to us.
Up and dancing too. Up and dancing and shaking her
Yes,
booty. I'm
yeah.
like,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Oh
mama.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. So,
Dang.
without her, me or my mother wouldn't be here. So I wanted to just honor her as well and give her some flowers because she's still here with us as
That's my
well.
little mail lady.
That is that she was
Yeah,
my lady.
my little mail lady.
Absolutely.
I love it.
So
I love it.
yeah, yeah, and you have to take the time out, everyone. And I know, sometimes we take these beautiful ladies for granted, right?
Yeah.
Um, but take some time out, right, to honor the people that you love and the mothers. And I'm going to say the mothers in particular. You heard Dr. Melissa talk about how she's been literally giving flowers to mothers that she
Yeah.
wants to honor. So just honor the people that you love in big ways, small ways, it doesn't really matter. A smile, a hug, a phone call, some laughter, flowers, gifts, whatever it is,
Right.
whatever you see fit to do for the beautiful women in your life, make sure that you honor them. Being
Absolutely.
a mother is a very difficult job. It's the hardest job that a woman will ever have, is being a mother.
For sure.
Um,
For sure.
because yeah, for sure. And I don't know. It sounds like you want to say something. So go ahead, Dr. Melissa.
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, it really is.
For
It
sure.
really is.
Yeah.
And and I think that's why God is really, and my heart has totally changed when it comes to Mother's Day,
Yeah.
because I really started seeing what other mothers are doing, what people have done. And they may not be on, Good Morning America or anything else getting, treated, but to honor them and just to say thank you, it means so much. I have another young person I call a young person I wanted to honor was our super fan, Jen Simmons.
Yeah.
I want to honor Jen Simmons. She is also Dr. Jennifer Simmons. And she has, again, just her motherhood, just watching her love on my godson, Jace, the way she takes care of him. But it's not just him. There she goes. She is what you call the sweetest person in the world. And when I say it, I mean it comes from the bottom of our heart. If it's not Jay she's taking care of, it's the boys on the flag football team. If it's not them, she's bringing food to my son CJ because CJ needs food, and mommy ain't home, so I'm gonna take care of him. Gonna take Queen because we not home and Queen can't stay. Queen's the dog. And Queen can't stay by herself. She go over there because mommy gonna take care of her. Jen
That's
just
right.
knows how to love on people, and she does it with such beauty. Jace, another young little. I mean, he is about to turn 13, and he is like all of 13, and he is 13. He ain't about it. He is 13. What I'm talking about. And the boys look at me. What you talking about? He is 13. He is. And just to watch those 13 years of how he grew up and how much love he is, and he is like the best. So again, just want to shout out. I mean, because these are people you see all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what you said, Tracy. And you don't know what people have gone through to be a mother. You don't know what they have struggled through in their motherhood. And I say that to all of us. I say it to Sheem. I say it to Tracy. We've all been through things as mothers, mothering children. And it all is not just our own. It's the other children in our lives, what we give it to them that makes the difference for them. So again, I just want to shout Jen out. Dr. Jennifer Simmons. She is this amazing mother, and I salute you today.
Amen. And we love Jen. We love Jen
Yes,
here, our super fan. But you said something so key, and this is something I want to mention too. It doesn't take biologically being a mother to mother children, to be there for children, to be a support system for children. It doesn't, sometimes you don't get it in your biological mother. Sometimes you need it from somewhere else. So it doesn't take that. So I want to say to all of the women out there, regardless if you have biological children or not, be a mother, be a support figure for those children, right? Because kids need love. And even if they do have a good mother, sometimes they still need somebody else to lean on, you know. And as children grow, right, um, they see their moms differently, right? And sometimes they don't want to talk to their own mom. So they need those other female figures in their life that they can leverage and that they can feel loved by, so that they can have the right type of support. So for all of those out there, you know, just be mothers to the kids that you see. I used to always say to my son, as he was playing sports, and I would see, you know, some of the kids coming out and their parents wouldn't be there yet for whatever reason, right? Not that they were neglecting or anything like that, but I never left the parking lot until I knew that those kids had gotten in the car. I made it my business to know who the parents were, and I never left a kid behind. If I see the kids and they're waiting, I would just sit there. Sometimes I would ask them if they knew me, if they want to sit in the car, but I would just wait, because I was like that. No child left behind on my watch. And I would never want to hear that something happened to that child and I left the parking lot. You know what I mean? So be those type of support systems. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're completely in their life, but pay attention. Pay attention to the kids out there, because sometimes that's all it takes, and that's all they need. Somebody just to watch over them. So I wanted to mention that as well.
I love that. I love that. I love that. You know, I call them the Shemas of the world, because there's people, you know, I don't think sometimes Shema, and I'm going to say this to you, I don't think sometimes you understand how important you are to I can't even say how many children you have been a mother to. Without them, they wouldn't have had one.
Yeah.
And I say that in the sense where there's times in those children that you have truly mothered, that they needed you, because in that season they couldn't get what they needed. Yeah. And you refuse to have a void in their lives. So I just wanted to shout you out, Shema, because you know, without you, some children wouldn't be mothered, and I know that. And I just want to salute you. And I you know, I'd be remiss again, when you think about things like that, I love you more. Like, I love to watch her mother kids, and sometimes she don't even know the kids, and
she can't help herself. Yeah. But
I mean, because it's in her, and she does. I just laugh and say, "Oh God, she gonna get that one too."
Yeah,
and that's what kids need. They need it. They see that, and they don't forget little things like that. So to you, I wanted to say, you know, thank you. And that being said, I have to thank two more people. I have to thank Sheila Moore. Sheila Moore has mothered my children for years, and I have to say thank you. And to this day, you know, she is all over making sure my Nick is okay. So I gotta, you know, and that's what 27 years later. Yeah, and I want to say thank you to her, because thank you to her. Thank you to Alanis again. She was there for all my children, and she stayed with us and helped me and Lamont make sure our children were okay for a season. And I want to shout her out again, and I want to shout out Portia Moody. Portia Moody was another person in my, there she go, there go Portia, there go Jen, and there go my Ashley. And it was Portia, Alanis, and Jen that always was there for my children. Like I said, I can't take all the credit for Ashley, Nicholas, or CJ.
Yeah.
With me was Portia, was Alanis, was Jen, was Shirley, was Sheila. I didn't do it without them. It would not have happened without them. Right. So to them, I salute you, because my kids are who they are today because of them and the village that decided we're going to raise these children.
Amen. And I have to recognize that too, because I definitely didn't raise my son by myself at all. Right. So, you know, Shema is the auntie, right? Like my son is like, if it's auntie, it's Shima. Like it's no other. It's no other. He has to call the other people by name. She is the auntie. But I wanted to say, because he not only stayed with my mom and my grandmother, but he also stayed with Aunt Jeanette, Shima's mom, and Shima. Right. So without all four of them, you know, it would be a different story, right? And I would have struggled a lot if it wasn't for all of them, you know, coming together as a community to take care of my baby. So I am forever grateful for that. And this is why he's got all these close mamas that if I'm like, okay, I need to sit. Sit him up there. I mean, I have a good boy, but you know, I got mamas that could take him. I got mamas that could take him. So I
right?
all four of them, yeah. And and you know, he's got like, even though I say Shima's room is my room, I'm sure I would get trumped if that she has a second room in her house and I call it my room. I'm sure I would get trumped.
All he gotta say is, can I hook up my game? Oh, sure. Put it in your room. No longer mommy's room.
Right.
Now it's the game room.
My grandmother has a second bedroom too, and that's his room as well. So you know, you get trumped when you have a child, but you know, I don't care. As long as he's got that love in his life, and there's no other love like all these mothers.
And I think that's the biggest thing. I know we are coming to a close or close to a close.
Yeah.
That's what we need to remember.
Yeah.
The more love that anybody, and I know we're talking about mothers and children, but the more love that anybody can give or get, the better off we'll be.
Yeah.
There is nothing that ever says, oh, they loved her too much.
Ain't that the truth?
You know, she would have been great. She would have been great if they didn't love her so much. You'll never hear that.
Yeah.
So the more people who love you and love on you, the better you'll be.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard that from a girlfriend years ago when she had her daughter, and she had some mess with the father, and the father ended up having another child by another woman. Kids were the same age. But and the man decided to stay with the other woman. But she never wanted her daughter to not have a relationship with her father. So she allowed her to continue to go there. And she wanted to know if her daughter was being treated properly by the other woman, which she was. What she said to me was, and I didn't have kids at the time, but she said to me, she's like, the more love my daughter gets, the better off she'll be. She said, this situation doesn't have anything to do with my child. And if this woman loves my child, I'm going to continue to allow her to be around her as a second mother. It was one of the most mature things I had ever heard. And I didn't have a child at the time. But I'm like, you are so right about that. Healthy children come from healthy people and healthy support. So, yeah. So that's it, everyone. We want to make sure that you continue to honor mothers, not only on Sunday, but all throughout the year.
All the time. Just answer the phone. I know you don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you. Listen, we in the same boat. I see you. Just answer the phone.
Absolutely.
Get them off quick.
We love you all out there. Make sure that you continue to join us here on FEM Talk, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays. And we will see you next week. Take care.